Hello, and welcome to, he says, rolling up his sleeves, goodness knows why, another property clinic. Make sure you like this. Make sure you like it. You know what I mean? I hope you like it. Ah, yes. Subscribe to the channel. Martin Roberts Property Titbits. Full of all sorts of interesting stuff. Just like this. I've just had one of those days, you know, where you just like, one of those lockdown days where you just sit at your computer and the day goes by and you just haven't moved and you've got goggle eyes and it's like, ugh. Anyway, la-di-da. I'll have to sparkle myself up. This is your chance to ask me questions. Questions about anything. Sometimes it's property, sometimes it's not. I like them all. It all revolves around Ask Martin Monday, hashtag Ask Martin Monday, which happens on a Monday, surprise, surprise, on Twitter, at TV Martin Roberts is my Twitter. And yeah, if you go on a Monday, ask me questions. You can also drop your questions below here where I am right now. Well, I'm actually under the table, but you know what I mean. Very briefly, via typing. Has the word typing changed? I mean, typing to me is like an old... It wasn't a whip, by the way, or a slap. It was me doing a thing. There was a great scene, Ramble, in, I think it was Liar Liar with Jim Carrey. Love Jim Carrey. Great for all those facial expressions. And he did this thing where somebody said something, like his ex-wife or somebody said something about what they were doing. And he went, erase that memory. Anyway, whatever. I forgot completely where I was. Just occurs to me that computers have changed, and yet the word typing is still the same. As in, you type on a keyboard, but you would have typed one of those old-fashioned typewriters back in the 1850s or whatever, Remington or whoever it was invented it. Yeah, whatever. Stevie, first question. Oh yeah, I remember we're here to ask questions. Wow. What is your favourite type of sausage? This writing is extraordinary. I'm a big fan of something because it makes my mouth water. Hope you're good. Well, anyway, thank you, Stevie. When it comes to sausages, I don't think you can meet a classic butcher's traditional pork sausage. Wasn't it kind of like a regular stalwart, if that's the word, on the Generation game, when they used to wrap sausages out of a machine and they kind of slip. I made sausages once, I have to say. I made my own sausages and they were great. If you have a chance, make your own sausages. Now, if you're a vegetarian, you can make vegetarian sausages. If you're vegan, you can probably make vegan sausages. I don't know what you wrap them in, but you know, whatever. So yeah, I made sausages and I'm not vegetarian or vegan, I apologise for that, but I made them, I can't remember what I put in, but I put all sorts of stuff and they were delicious. They were really great. I had a friend who said he made sausages and I thought, you are completely bonkers, but no, sausages, it was great. I made some for my dad. Yeah, it was great, eating sausages for weeks. So yeah, traditional sort of normal sausage, but you've got to fry them. I'm sorry, but you have to fry a sausage, okay? If you grill them, how can you get them all burnt and sort of like, you know, whatever on the outside? It doesn't happen, does it? Nah. So you've got to cook them and they've got to sizzle in the pan. You need burnt sausages. You need them to break so that, you know what I mean? Where they sort of, the skin goes and then that spit sort of screeches out and then it goes brown as well. Oh God, I'll make myself hungry, yeah? Leslie Ann, hello Leslie Ann. Would you ever do an episode in famous haunted locations such as Codnor Farmhouse or Codnor Castle or Codnor Cottage? It's very run down and very haunted. It would make a very good Homes Under the Hammer. Well, yeah, absolutely. Of course you would if they happened to come up at auction. I'm not sure you'd actually know about it in the auction legal pack. Oh, by the way, her sitting tenant, one ghost. But here's the thing. Now, ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever seen a ghost? Let me know if you've seen a ghost. I've never met anybody who's seen a ghost. And I certainly have never seen a ghost. I'm sure that, you know what? I'm sure that there are ghosts out there. How do I know? You know, the same way aliens. Okay, but until proved otherwise, you don't know really, can you? I mean, you can be smarty pants and then go, no such thing as an alien. And the next thing you taken away and taken apart for dissection. That's what aliens do, isn't it? Or they go, oh, come in peace, like E.T. Good aliens, bad aliens. But no, what was I talking about? Oh, ghost, that was it. Yeah, I made a leap there that I couldn't step back from, like leaping off the 15-metre diving board going, whoa, no. Completely forgot where I was. Anyway, no, so here's the thing. So I've never seen a ghost and I have stayed in the most haunted room, in the most haunted hotel in the UK and slept like a log, didn't hear a thing. And yet there's those programmes, aren't there? Was it Most Haunted? Vet Fielding going, ah! Now, whether that's TV or not, I don't know. I hate to tell you, dear viewer, right now, but not everything you see on TV is true. No. Yeah. So to dispel any... But apart from Homes and Hammer, which is completely real, all the time, 100%, yeah. Well, it is, actually. Paul James McCluskey. Hi, Paul. Do you ever get property envy when you see the finished results? Well, no, not really. I'm just pleasantly surprised by the imagination and creativity of our lovely contributors. I don't really think, I mean, you know, there's a property that I think, wow, that's really, really cool. But I generally just wish people good luck. And yeah. Anita Jump. Hello, Anita. Good afternoon. Good whatever time of day it is. Just curious as to when Homes Under the Hammer first started. Well, 17 years ago, in around May 2003, me and Lucy did the first pilot programme of Homes Under the Hammer. 10 series is what we got. And here we are at 1700 when we start filming again. Yeah, so a long time ago, May 2003. Wow. Oh, here's a good one, Wendy. Hello, Wendy. I feel like I've known you for years, Wendy. If you had a superpower, what would your superpower be? Well, when I was a kid, there was a great programme on telly called the Tomorrow People, that was it. And the Tomorrow People were this group of, well, I don't know, people, kids, I can't remember, who lived, I can't remember where either. Isn't it strange how you look back on TV shows of your youth? I remember the very general, like on the, but not on the buses. What's that one with the bus? There was these kids lived on a bus. What was it called? The double deckers. That was it. Yes, yes, yes. I can't remember a single thing about the double deckers apart from the fact they lived in a garage, which was really cool, and they lived on a bus, which was also really cool. But I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Anyway, sure. Oh yeah, superpowers. Right. And the Tomorrow People. Yeah, I can't remember a single thing that happened. I can't remember if they were saviours of the universe or they were just fiddling around trying to avoid doing their homework. Yeah, they had a great thing called transporter belt, and basically they wore this and you pushed a button in the middle and it could transport them to wherever they wanted to go. When I was a kid, one of the things I really hated was going, on long journeys in the car. I used to get travelled sick like you wouldn't believe. So long journeys were just, and the roads were really rubbish when I was small, and it seems like when you're young, everything just seems to take forever and ever and ever and ever. I always wished to have a transporter belt so I could just go ping and we arrive wherever we were going to go to. Did you ever do this when you were a kid? When we used to go on holiday, we used to go on holidays like places like Torquay and Bournemouth, and I lived in Warrington. And I think it was before the days of the motorway all the way down and all that kind of stuff. We used to get up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and set off. And it was always a huge event. It was really dark, and you'd get in with your duvet, or it wasn't probably one of the duvet in those days, it was like a blanket, and you'd get in the back of the car, and you'd snuggle down, and then you'd go back to sleep again, and then you'd wake up in this distant land, which was Torquay, or somewhere that had palm trees on the beach. There are palms in Torquay, don't they? The English Riviera? Yeah, of course they do. And it was amazing. So it's fantastic. But anyway, so it was, yeah, mostly travelling was horrible. So a transporter belt thing, the ability to transport myself would probably be my superpower. Ha! Fumble Snatch. Hello, Fumble Snatch. Thinking practically here. Martin, hello. Have you ever had to use the lavatory in somebody's house while filming Homes Under the Hammer? Any horror stories? Well, sometimes the toilet facilities still work in the houses we visit, which is always good. Sometimes they don't, which is a bit bad. In which case, we just have to ask the friendly neighbours if they wouldn't mind if the entire film crew just uses their toilet. And mostly people are very, very friendly and lovely. So thank you for that. So yes, we do have to use toilets in other people's houses. Tony Evans, hello Tony. Do you have any favourite food options, e.g. restaurants, cafes, take your own, etc. when filming on location? I recall you had a similar problem to me once last year when your DIY porridge in a pot wouldn't thicken properly. No, the thing with the DIY porridge thing, no, this is a true story, right? So I bought a pot of DIY porridge. You know, this porridge which you get a pot and then they add water to it, okay? And this is a true story. Okay, so I was buying it from like a Costa or a Starbucks or something like that. And I asked for this porridge thing, which I love porridge actually. The girl gave it to me. And it had gone all gloopy in the bottom because she hadn't stirred it, right? Because the thing with that instant porridge, right, here's a tip. You have to stir it really a lot. And the other thing I do, I get them to add more milk or water because they never put enough in, right? So if I'm getting one of those things, pots, I say, can you just top it up with a bit of hot milk? And it works really well. But anyway, so there was all this, but they still need to stir it. You need to stir it immediately. And once you haven't done it, it's too late. So I was stirring away. Anyway, so there's all this gloopy mess at the bottom. So I said to the girl behind the counter, you haven't stirred it. And she said, this is true, no, we don't stir it anymore because somebody had a real go at us for stirring their porridge wrong. I was like, sorry, somebody had a go at you for stirring their porridge wrong? He was like, yeah. I was like, wow. I mean, so many things are wrong with that statement, right? I mean, for a start, what is the wrong way to stir porridge? Do you know a wrong way to stir porridge? I don't know. Is there a wrong way to stir anything? Really? I mean, you're stirring, right? But then, okay, so let's take it that there is a wrong way. Frankly, I don't know there is. But then for somebody to actually then say, you've stirred my porridge wrong. It's like, if that's your biggest problem in life, hallelujah for you. Incorrectly stirred porridge. Holy macaroni. But do we have any favourite food options, Tony? Coming back to your question. Glamorous lunches on occasion, holy cow. Well, you know, we used to somehow find the time to have a proper sit-down lunch. It was really nice because you can sit down, having been in some smelly property, you can get yourself cleaned up and just go before you take on the next property. And now it seems that it's just go. And it seems like it's sandwiches on the run, or pick up a Greg's if we get a chance, or McDonald's. The last time we stopped for a proper lunch, I honestly can't remember. So the favourite food option is whatever is available. But I do seem to be eating a lot of McDonald's and Greg's at the moment. Yeah, well, not at the moment, actually. But I will be, hopefully, when we start filming again. Lorraine. Hello, Lorraine. Hello. Have you done any shows in any haunted houses? Do haunted houses devalue their price? Will you do bungalows? Do you watch the One Show? Love your YouTube videos. Thank you, Lorraine. So many questions. Let's do them one by one. Have we done any shows in haunted houses? I think I've talked about this before. There was one where it was all a bit spooky, and yeah, haunted. I don't think they particularly liked us being there, so nearest thing to haunted, yes. Do haunted houses devalue their price? Well, I'm not sure if you have to mention it on the seller's information thing. Tick a box saying the house is haunted. There is a box saying anything else you need to know. Haunted. Definitely put a few people off. I mean, you know, people just get spooked out by that kind of thing. But I don't think there is anything in the property disclosures to that effect. We do bungalows. We do bungalows. Just don't come up very often at auction, so we don't do as many as we might do of other things. Do you watch the One Show? I sometimes do. Yes, love the One Show. Love your YouTube videos. Thank you very much. That's sweet of you. It's Martin Roberts Property Titbits on YouTube. If you get the chance to watch, I'm very proud of them. I would love more people to watch them because they take a long time to make. Holy cow! I've never been so tired in my life. Making these videos for YouTube is exhausting because I'm doing them professionally. Well, okay, you might have your different view on that. If you think something different, don't write to me and tell me because I'm not interested. I mean, obviously interested if it's a positive comment. Stupid question. Never a stupid question. This is from Andrew Meadows. Hi, Andrew. What's the reason for a seller choosing auction over the traditional estate agent? Always wondered, never asked. Good question. Okay, well, listen, I am going to do a whole thing in the property masterclass on this channel, which is all about auctions. And also I've got a book called The Property Auction Guide, and I have got a thing which is like a DVD or a 12-part downloadable do-it-at-home series called The Property Auction Masterclass. You can find out about all of that on martinrobertspropertyeducation.com. So lots of things that I can help you in terms of auctions. And I'm going to do Property Auction Masterclass on the Property Auction Masterclass playlist on this very soon. But the main reason why people want to sell at auction is they want a surety of a sale. Okay, they want to know that when the hammer goes down, the property is sold, because most of us have experienced gazumping, gazundering, people change their mind for no reason, and they might be in a situation where they just need to know that property is going to sell because they've got plans for the money, they've already found another property they're going to buy, they're moving out of the area or whatever. They just need this surety of a sale, so they're willing to take a bit of a hit because often the prices achieved at auction, not always, but often they are less than if you had more time to wait for the right person to come along and pay you exactly what you're looking for. But so there's a trade-off in between get the job done and getting at least some money, and might not be exactly what you want, but it's some, or waiting and getting maybe what you want or maybe not. So a surety of a sale. Lots of things like estate sales, as in probate, as in somebody's died, somebody's inherited a house. If there's people involved, it's often seen as the most fair way to sell property. You know, you can't argue about the price that's achieved. Nobody could say there was any sort of funny goings on, so that's another reason. So lots of reasons, and I'll cover lots more in the Property Auction Masterclass in a very, very near future. Hi, Paul Muffet. Good name. Morning, Martin. Here we go. There seems a lot more shops and plots of land these days on the show, or is it just me? Well, I don't think there is particularly. We just have to go with what's coming up at the auctions and who's willing to take part in the show, because believe it or not everyone wants to take part in Homes and the Hammer. On the other side, we have had people who've actually bought properties to be on Homes and the Hammer, which makes me very proud. But some people don't want to be on it. Therefore, they don't really like ours to film whatever they buy. But no, we just cover, I mean, the auctions are full of a variety of things. That's one of the fun things about auctions, right? You get shops, you get commercial units, you get blocks of flats, you get individual flats, you get plots of land, you get blah, blah, blah. But no, it's just whatever comes up. Gary. Hi, Gary. Martin, would there be a chance of a mini spin-off series where you go back to a property from a while back to see what they look like now and revalue them? Homes Under the Hammer Revisited. There's so many potential spin-offs for Homes Under the Hammer, and we keep on kind of suggesting them, and they never really come to fruition. I don't know why, because we could do so many different kinds of shows. And a Revisited is a great idea. So look, I'll put it to people again, and we'll see what happens. And if you keep on asking for it, it will eventually happen. Okay, don't underestimate the power of the public, especially when it comes to the BBC. Your voice is important to them. So if you want it, write to them and say, wouldn't it be great if? And we'll see what happens. Right, final question today. Ben Speak. Serious question. Martin, morning. Grade 1, Grade 2, Grade 2 star listed buildings. What are the differences between each one? I know I've seen a few listed properties on the show, but can't recall a lot of Grade 1. Also, Scotland uses letters in places of numbers. Is that correct? You are absolutely correct. Yep, Scotland, it's a lettering system from A to C, where A is the most valued, and obviously C is the lesser valued. It doesn't mean to say that C isn't valued. The whole thing about listing, I don't know who does it. I think it's the people somewhere, okay, the listed buildings people. And they go around the country and they pick bits of architecture which they think are significant. Architecturally significant, either of an era or of a style or of a character that's in keeping with where it is. And I think it was a mass sort of listing 20 or 30 years ago, maybe longer than that, 40 years ago, I don't know, where they started the whole process. And they went around and they graded them from Grade 1, which is like your real, Houses of Parliament, Stonehenge, some amazing manor house. In fact, no, I'm lying about Stonehenge. Stonehenge is even one higher, even in that sense. Architectural ancient monument. Like, is it ancient monument? Something like that, anyway. Yeah, ancient monument. But then, yes, Grade 1 is really, that would be your House of Parliament and your really, really, really smart buildings. Grade 2, this one down is Grade 2 star. That's, your fairly sort of, different, very significant properties. Grade 2 star, and then coming down to Grade 2, which is just, special buildings for whatever reason. It's really important, if you are thinking about buying a listed building, that you understand the complexities that it might involve, and that really comes with maintaining it and renovating it or changing it if you're planning to do so, because you do need to do a lot more jumping through hoops to make sure that you maintain the architectural significance or whatever it was that made it listed in the first place. And you've got to involve the listed buildings people, and you've got to do it right. And you might be allowed to do things in a normal property, but if it's a listed property, then those kind of things like permitted development, I don't think that applies to listed buildings. And so there's lots of things that makes it harder. But corollary is that listed buildings are often very, very lovely. So you pay some money, you take your choice. I'm a big fan of listed buildings, and the only reason they don't come that often on Homes Under the Hammer is because, as a proportion of the number of properties in the UK, listed buildings aren't as many, so therefore there aren't as many coming up to auction. It's as simple as that. Well, there we go. Together we got through it. We were tired, we were exhausted after a day of doing nothing, but we managed to pull it together in a kind of vaguely feasible 7 out of 6.5 out of 10. Shut up, 5.5. 5.5 out of 10 kind of way. If you've enjoyed this, please like it. Please subscribe to the channel. Set your alarm bell thing, notification thing. I think that lets you know when there's more of this complete dribble arriving in your inbox. Ding dong. Oh, look, another property clinic. Yay, must waste another 15 minutes of my life to do that. Do all those things. Don't forget hashtag Martin. I'll do it again. Hashtag Ask Martin Monday. That's on Twitter at TV Martin Roberts. Send any questions there, or you can post them below. And join me again for more of this scintillating chat or something like that next time.